Hey guys, how you enjoying the zoo today? My name is McKenney. I'm from the Zoo Man Group. We're doing a 2014 kind of renovation to some areas of the park. Asking just a few people today a couple questions on one of our focuses.
Sure.
And we probably won't make these changes unless we hear from more of you. But one of the things we're considering is how people feel about like a zoo uniform for the animals in the park. How you feel about, I mean, some of them are, well, they're all clothless, obviously, but we're considering like a zoo uniform for most of the animals, especially ones like the hippos or the elephants. And if you guys would be for or against something like that.
Against.
Against? So you like them just as they are? It's not natural?
It's not natural to do something like that to them.
I tend to agree.
Yeah, I think that is a poor idea.
Very poor idea. We've got a lot of complaints about the animals not wearing clothes. Seems like a weird one, but we're actually considering a uniform across the board for all the animals here, and want to know if you guys would be for or against something like that.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
It sounds hilarious, I know. We're not talking like some of the hairier ones. I mean, we'd start like the elephants, the hippos. Actually, the snakes, we're trying to figure out how that would go. We'd probably just start with socks.
Socks.
All right, I'll just mark you guys down as indifferent.
What?
I'll just mark you as indifferent, not undecided. Thanks, guys. McKenney, I'm from the Zoo Enhancement Team, working on a project for 2014 uniform, kind of a across-the-board uniform for our animals. We've actually got a lot of complaints and or
like
outfits for the animals. We wouldn't start with like the monkeys or things that have a lot of fur, but we'd start like with the ones that show way more skin. Like,
but why?
you'd be amazed at some of the things that offend people. It's like I said, it's usually not the monkeys or the orangutans. It starts with like the elephant.
I think it would be more offensive to actually see them in outfits.
It's usually, I think so too. Because of the monkeys, I know which one. It's the one on the way to the giraffe.
I drew the short straw on this, having to go out and ask people this.
Oh my gosh, these people need to get a clue then.
So keep them natural.
Right, keep them all
Keep them
natural.
natural. All right, got it. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
And it would be something like navy and white or khaki and white. We're working with several designers if this actually happened. But
are you kidding me or?
No, this is real. I drew the short straw today. Having to ask this. I have to ask the weirdest survey questions. But
a uniform on animals.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the things we're looking at.
Really?
That's a horrible idea.
It's a horrible idea. Yeah. You know, that's the feedback I'm getting a lot today.
Okay, so has this request come by a lot of people? I have said, hey, get.
We only the questions we ask are only ones that we've gotten like dozens and dozens of.
Really?
Yeah.
I in my wildest imagination, I couldn't even come up with a suggestion like that, and I'm shocked.
So you would be against it?
I don't know. I don't know if the animals would like that. That would be against their nature, don't you think?
Yeah. It's crazy because once we started floating this out, we've actually got offers from like Nike and Adidas and others that would want to sponsor their company on something like that.
Well, if they get something in a compression fit, then yeah. Then
maybe that would help the elephant's image. Compression socks.
Yeah, that is funny. That is wow. Yeah.
Well, I would personally be against that.
Like zoo uniform for the animals, and we're now kind of taking it to people live and saying, is that something you'd be for or against?
Zoo uniforms.
Zoo uniforms across the board. Not for like, we wouldn't start with like the monkeys or like ones with a lot of fur, but we'd start with more the flesh-colored ones like the elephants, the rhinos, that type of thing.
But what do you mean by
like an actual uniform?
But why would you put? Why? I don't understand why that's what they're suggesting.
A lot of people are offended by some of the animals being unclothed.
So
I know.
The wildlife?
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of really confused about this.
What?
I'm dead serious. I tend to agree with you, by the way. But do you think if it's something that you saw after, a couple years, you wouldn't go to the zoo anymore?
It's not even
Because
real.
that's not teaching. I take it as teaching the kids what is in the wildlife, and you see them as a wildlife. You don't see animals like elephants in the wildlife with a coat.
Or in a book.
Yeah, or in a book. Yeah.
slacks.
Are they offended because like body parts that they see, or I don't?
I've never actually talked to somebody that is offended. You know what's crazy? Well, what's crazy is there's differing opinions in PETA right now on this. Yeah.
That's just because I don't.
I wish I could have the last 45 seconds of my life.
Sorry, man. Me too. I got to do this for 4 hours. That's my shift.
Well, good luck.
All right, thanks guys for your time.
Thank you so much.
Hi, ma'am. Hi. Cute dog.
Thank you.
Her name is what? Oh, that's a good name. Where are you from? New Hampshire. Awesome. The question that we base is usually when we get 50 or more comment cards in the information center, and then once we get that, we take it to people that are actually in the park. Okay. The question that we're asking people today is, would you be for or against a standardized uniform for the animals in the park, in the cages, like a zoo uniform?
For the animals?
For the animals.
All right, that's madness.
Like animals wearing clothes. Like we wouldn't start with a lot of the ones that have fur. We'd start with like the elephants, the rhinoceros, ones that have a lot of. You should see some of the comment cards we get.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I
don't want the animals to wear clothes.
I'm a big
you be big fat no.
They're animals. They don't need to wear clothes.
What about compression socks, like hat?
No.
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Madness.
What we're doing is we're asking people, we ask questions based, I'm Jay McKenney, by the way, from Zoo Man Group. Becca, nice to meet you. Like a zoo uniform. It takes away a lot of the competition, a lot of the judging between animals, which you'd be surprised. This is real.
Oh my God.
You would not believe how many human characteristics animals have. Pride, competition, jealousy. You don't believe me, do you? Want to turn, because you're going to be on YouTube. That's my YouTube guy right there.
There's no competition between the animals.